Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we are looking at NECA's Predator Jungle Demon Predator. This is part of their 30th anniversary thing for the Predator movie, and as you can see, this is like the active camo version of the Predator. Though I don't think it's entirely accurate. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not the biggest knowledge base for Predator, but I'm pretty sure there was never an instance where you could see green coming through. I'm pretty sure what it was you could either see through him completely to the green, or you could see him. So like there should be like the green part, which is the background, and then the clear part should be his skin, or the clear part should be the background, and then the other part should be his skin, right? That's what I'm thinking. But either way, this is a really cool figure, so let's get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just over 8 inches tall, which makes him just about 21 centimeters. So if you can get past the fact that I don't think this is accurate, not the fact that I don't think it, but the fact that it's not. If it's not, which is what I think. If that's not accurate, then that's something you have to get over. That's what I'm trying to say. But it still looks really cool. If you like clear things and unique paint jobs, this is definitely something you're going to be interested in. It's going to stand out on a shelf, which is kind of ironic because it is the camouflage version of Predator. But it's just a really cool looking figure. As far as paint goes, we don't have anything but this kind of haphazard camouflage throughout the figure. And then the fake glowing eyes, which is nicely done. It does have a really nice look to it, so I like that. It's a nice little airbrush ring around the eye, so that's pretty cool. The plastic they used is mostly really good. It's the clear plastic that doesn't break too easily. It's a little bit flexible, so even the claws not entirely susceptible to breakage, which is pretty good, though clear plastic is generally more problematic than normal, so be aware of that. The only thing that I really take issue with is the blaster part. Apparently they used a different kind of plastic or something happened in the molding process, but there's a lot of not really clear plastic. It's a lot of yellow in there, so I'm not sure what happened. You can see, hopefully, it looks like it's got some discoloration already and it's a brand new figure, and it came that way, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But otherwise, it looks pretty cool. Mostly translucent plastic, pretty well done. The joints are also clear. Some of them are clear, actually. Some of them are not clear. Yeah, it's a little bit different than the big one, so that's kind of interesting. Nothing seems like it's going to break, though. We do have a few seriously loose joint issues that we're going to have to address. As far as accessories go for this guy, we don't have any other than the backpack. So if you want to count the backpack, you can, but since it goes on his body permanently, ideally, it's not really an accessory, but it does have a hinge and a ball peg. So the blaster can hinge like this, and then the top part is on a ball peg, but it's fairly loose and fairly easy to break, so be extra careful with that. Also, it tabs in down at the bottom, and then at the top, you can see these two tabs, hopefully, one right there and then one up here. Doesn't tab in very well because the plastic's very squishy up here, and that's also fairly squishy plastic, so be aware of that. As other accessories, we don't really have any. We have the two necklaces that are hanging, which are nicely done. They're molded soft plastic with ropes glued into them. So for both sides, we have that. And then he does also have a necklace, which is supposed to be the same type of thing. It's soft plastic with a little tiny rope glued into it, but mine came unglued, so it fell off. But otherwise, no accessories. We do have the panel that opens up on his wrist, though there is nothing painted, which I think we can give him this one since it's supposed to be active camouflage right there. I think that's okay. And then we do have the extending claws if you didn't already see me playing with those. So that's it kind of for the features. As far as the figure goes, articulation-wise, it's technically a double ball peg for the neck. You don't get a ton of range out of it just the way it's designed, but you can look up and down to some extent. Of course, you can rotate side to side. It's really stiff. It's not a result of the hair. It's just the way the peg is. The hair is nice and soft, so don't worry about that. You can turn it, though, and you can lean it a little bit, too, which is really nice. I really like leaning, especially a more menacing-looking character. Just lean their head a little bit, and any pose is going to look a little bit better, so that's a nice feature. Shoulder pad is soft plastic, but it's not really going to help you pose them too much because with that backpack on there, you can't really move it anywhere. So this arm's going to be pretty limited due to that. We do have a tuber on the front, which will also be something you want to be aware of as you're posing. And then we have a tuber right here, which shouldn't be a problem as you bend the elbow, but still, you can see it's pretty much at its maximum distance right there. So be careful as you're posing this guy. It does rotate around with the arm. There is a bicep swivel in there, so you should be okay. But as you rotate the bicep swivel this way, this tuber could be a problem. So just be extra careful. This forearm piece does have a swivel, And of course that will affect this tuber, so again, be careful. Ball peg for the wrist, a little bit of range. Diaphragm joint just has another ball peg in there. It's actually pretty good. You can lean him fairly far back. You can lean him not too far forward, but a little bit. Side to side, pretty limited. Full rotation, of course. Full rotation down here. I think this is technically a ball peg, but it doesn't really want to stay where I want it to go, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a swivel that has a little play in it. I don't know. He's kind of leaning to the side, and I can't really get that to stop happening. So, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. We have this soft crotch piece, which does, and these are also soft, so it all flexes when you move the legs. But it's not going to flex that much. You can only get the leg out about that far, which is pretty far. I'm just saying you're not going to get him into any crazy poses. And then moving the leg back, it's pretty limited, pretty stiff. Going out to the side, you can go pretty far, but these guys will eventually flex so much that it's going to be limited. We have pretty loose hip joints once again. They are particularly loose on this guy, and the knee is as well. So I'm not sure if this mold has just run its course or if it's because of this clear plastic or what, but very, very loose. And they're kind of loose going out to the side as well. So be super careful posing this guy. Thigh swivels are in there, again, kind of loose. I think it's the plastic. It must be. For the knee joint, we have our double jointed knee, which works just fine. No rotation at either point. And then for the ankle, we have our ball peg. So, yeah, here's the thing. It's a cool looking figure, but it has some serious loose joint issues in the hips, which are kind of important. And then the knees aren't super tight either. So it's going to be a little tricky to pose this guy without him taking a shelf dive. He does look really cool. I'm not saying don't get him. If you're a Predator fan, you're going to really appreciate that it looks cool, but you're going to hate the fact that it has loose joints and isn't actually accurate, assuming I'm right about that. So for those of you that are Predator people, let me know. I'm fairly certain it should either be translucent and painted or background colors and painted, not actually translucent. I don't know. Let me know. We'll talk about it in the comment section below. There it is, guys. I recommend it, but with serious reservation and caution. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.